Hello everyone, today is June 21st and this is Sam Wall again. Happy Father's Day. Just before I started, I don't know how many of you is going to watch the World Cup and what team you are predicted to be the champion this year. Looks like France is doing well and obviously um, Portugal is a little bit scary if you watch their games and US is doing well as well, going to be the next round. So from my last video, I said I will be providing some tips and specific stock symbols. But before doing so, I would like to start with giving you a summarized index that kind of capture 2021 to 2025, May through August, what's the return on S&P 500 and Dow Jones Industrial Average Index. So you can see that to give you a very quickly highlight, really for all the years except 2022 for the month of June, for S&P 500, you had a negative return, as you can see here, 8.8%. And also for June on Dow Jones Industrial Average were also negative 7.2% along in the year 2022, along 2021 as well. But I'll give you some summary what happened in these years. So for 2021, all the 4 months were positive. And if you look at S&P 500 and Dow Jones with the exception of June, the investor will benefit from post-dynamic reopening and easy monetary policy. In 2022, again negative in June, market was reacting to inflation fears. That's what happened. In 2023, after the 2022 bear market, which actually kind of kind of a little sluggish on the fourth quarter, market rebound with AI fuel gains. And in 2024, May and June were particularly strong, and even July was moderate. In 2025, market optimism around AI, easing trade tensions. Of those who remember, there were tariffs being imposed in the 2025, creating the stock market was going really, really significantly lower, and there were corrections, and there were fear about, index have been all-time highs, and you really were time to for corrections. End up to be actually even stronger in 2025, for those who remember the whole full year. So in 2026, we started with a lower in the first quarter, but obviously after the war, with oil price kind of basically rebounding back to a lower, you can see the stock index actually we're doing pretty good in 2026 so far. So this just gives you the idea, and this is the graph giving you the highlight on 2024 between April and July what happened, and overall you can see it was actually going up. I mean, obviously just some tipping points, and by the week, the one in the red, this is captured by week, is actually 2 weeks in the months that was actually running lower than what it was. And then in the 2025, you can see that in April through July, there actually more time of lower points, but actually was still doing pretty good from an index perspective. That April had a dip, and then you actually kind of going up and down, but rebounded, and overall it was higher. So that's just really giving you some highlights. And now I want to talk about some stock that actually giving pretty good return for those who follow my video and bought those stock. You should be very pleased. But also I want to touch base with the SpaceX for those who actually bought it. It started 135 again. It ended with the week $185. So far in 5 days is 14% return. So I didn't get the IPO, and the stock actually would have profit on the day second day when it hit $175, but I didn't get into the market, and then you ended 225 on the end highest point, and now it's actually tipping back to $185. So my price, if I would want to go back into this, I set at $150 just to give you some idea, because I want to get it $175. If I would got it on that day in the beginning, which I profit $50, and I'll be walk and take the profit. Okay, so Helion, it was a stock that I've been talking about for quite previous videos, but then it was been lagging in the market, so I didn't talk about it because I can see it was ranging around $1.78 to $2.10 up and down. But in the last month, it actually have some really great news in saying that what this company may have going to also happen is providing the energy for the AI center, data center. So the stock have been doing very exceptionally well from all the $2 and got all the way up. And you can see the graph. It really happened, in the June timeline, in the May and June timeline, and it really got up to $8.10 closing last Friday. So this stock app is one of the highlights that I want to show you. You have to be patient, but over a period of time, when you pick the right stock, it's still going to give you the return ultimately. The other one is Adidas. From a year comparison, it was lower, but if you listen to my video, I actually start talking about buying the Adidas is $80. So, and I'm still projecting the stock at probably end of the World Cup, which is July timeline, will be hitting $120. So there's still some room to go up further. This stock actually, if you look at 5 years record, it was at $250. It's slipping as low as $40 at early of the year, and then you tip it up to $80 pretty quickly because probably World Cup, and there's still some room to go. So this is one of the successful examples I share with you. And then the retail business actually have been very lacking in the stock market right now. So Nike, again, it's $45. It may be good to buy, but something to watch at a watch list. But you may take some time before you really going up again. And they got to be doing some strategic improvement and find a way to improve the market and expand the market share. Not just China, but the rest of the world. The other good one is United Airlines. I think I mentioned in my video as well. And at that time, the price is right, $80, $90. So now it's $118. I said $125 to sell my shares. So with the war that Trump signed the treaty, oil price retreated down lower. So does the jet fuels prices as well. So that's just why airlines stock were benefited, and not just United Airlines, but in general, all the airline stock went up. So, but this is just one of those that I made pretty good profit in very small, really little time, like less than a month. Okay, so these are the success one to share. Now the stock that were being lacking, but I guess time to continue recommended as to buy is Microsoft. So Microsoft analysts are still targeting the price around $560 to $600 ranges at a year target. The last time you was at the price around this level, basically it was about December 2023. If you look at the graph, so the company has gained momentum and AI benefit for stock. So you rose as high as 52-week high $556. However, I mean the criticism came about the Copilot, which actually I find Copilot was very useful for my work, but not getting the return as expected. So and then they also announced that they'll put more capital into AI without really materializing the returns. So this is where the investor didn't like, and especially there were two VPs. They have announced selling stock or buying more stock internally. So the two VPs are selling millions dollars worth of shares. So that's really driving the primary driver why the stock had dropped from 400-ish, which and gone all the way back down to $350 to $380 range. So again, the next earning announcement for Microsoft will be July 29. So if the company proves itself by exceeding revenue and earning expectation, I really think the stock should move back up to $450 in the level. The next one is NVIDIA. For those who listen to my video, I have been talking about how the momentum and the technical analysis, what they have been done recently with their stock prices. So unfortunately, I mean, it's kind of disappointing if you're comparing with AMD Advanced Micro Device, we have over 300% return this year, and also Micron MU, which have actually gone up a lot as well. But still, this stock is the leader in the industry and continue to have backlog. So looking at the last couple of months, the stock stuck around $180. It was not moved until closer to the day of earning announcement, which then jumped to $215, which is about close to 20% return. So I think there's still opportunity to buy if this stock slip down to $200 level, and then you just wait till next earning announcement, which is going to be bullish again. To drive the stock price higher to $215 level. At the 52-week high is $237 roughly. The next stock is, which I stopped buying as well, because right now I think it's really a good buy. You're very close to the year-end low, $12.97. So EV, there's still a lot of opportunity in this space, but the market has yet to be saturated. But of course, there are a lot of competition, right? There's a lot of EV company these days. Same pair has dropped a lot recently, but I believe the drop really mostly due to the geopolitical risks. So you can see a lot of Chinese stock really after Trump went there. At the very beginning it went up, and now it's actually significantly going down. The Pinduoduo have dropped 20%. Alibaba and Tencent have also gone down a lot as well. So, but you see history about Chinese stock is go up and down, So there's opportunity to materialize in the 20% rule that I told you all and share with you. So this company has a leading edge of autonomous driving and just expanded market share to Mexico. So I think again, this is really good consider buying given that it's reaching almost a year low, okay? And the year and a high was $28 at the time. They're talking about a flying car. So it's really a concept of showcases to people that in the future, what it's going to look like. And this company really have the innovation push that forward. And again, Wall Street, a lot of time in stock market is looking forward, not looking backward. So next one is Netflix. So I do want to think about this one has suffered greatly after failing or winning the acquisitions. But I find this interesting because the market actually evaluated the price is not a good price to buy Warner Bros. Anyway. So it is an overvalue purchases if they do acquire them. So I'm confident that Netflix will find another way around to do what it takes and continue to gain market share. So I think this stock have been really gone down from compared to last year, 38% down, which is obviously while S&P 500 have 15% return this year. This is really lagging in the market that have opportunities to buy and wait for them to have really a great great return. So what are the stock they're monitoring? Like I said, I already touched briefly about Pinduoduo, which have dropped, very recently have dropped 20%. And then the next one is Roblox. So Roblox recently in a week actually gone up 18% return, not even a week, really 2 days. The stock was beat up due to the ongoing lawsuit. The company has done remediation and positive reimaging of the company. Roblox has globally implemented 2 new account tiers, Roblox Kids, which is age 5 to 8, and Roblox Select, age 9 to 15. These accounts restrict access to game catalogs and heavily limit to disable chat feature by default. So then this is just a way to really remediate the risk that was related to the lawsuit. And also they raised the reward for developer exchange rate for eligible adult game, boosting the payout to 54 cents. So then you give the developer continue to innovate the idea and will put it into this platform. So there are more people going to try and play, right? The key thing about Roblox a lot of time is really you got to have those, subscribers. Once you don't have the subscribers, then you're gone, right? You're out. Although Roblox is still losing money, and I really believe that. Look at Minecraft as an example that you will pick up out, and at the time I talked about $90 buyout. Even the buyout didn't happen. The stock they push it up to $150 high, and from $150 high, it really dropped back down to $43 low. So now you will be a watch list. It's up to you if you believe the stock have a potential. You have time you want to wait for long term. This one will be a good one. $50 still a very good attractive prices. I actually profit a lot at the time a year ago that it was at 40 and then sold it at $90, which is what I actually shared. The next one, Tesla. I think this stock will still have really great opportunity under the leadership of Elon Musk. So with SpaceX launching with positive upside trend, Tesla is actually moving in the same direction. So there's still 25% room to grow and get back to 52 weeks highs. There's still a leading brand of EV, electric vehicle, and therefore it's still on my watch list. And I have, and the last one I want to talk about is TMRC. I recently bought some more at 83 cents because I sold a lot when you hit the $1.03 and $1.13. So I bought some back because I already profit more than 20% of 20 to 40% from that perspective. The stock has volatility, but it's one that we're recommended for short-term trading. This is giving a constant return of roughly 20 to 25%. If you follow my rule of thumb to invest in this stock, you can probably buy options if you know more than I do how to leverage option use with the stock. So what I'm doing is really buy low and sell higher than the purchasing cost. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a wonderful week and happy Father's Day again.